Decimals by decimals, page 162. When dividing, we always take care of the decimal first. It's always our first priority. Okay? And if we are dividing by a whole number, which we have been doing up until this point, all we had to do is just take that decimal straight up and just put it in its right place. Okay? But I must make sure, must be dividing by a whole number. Okay? Now, and I'll show you what we'll have to do in order to get to that. But we've been through those little rules about just bringing the decimal straight up. We've been through the rules about making sure that we take care of the decimal first. Now we're going to make sure that on the outside, the number we're dividing by is a whole number and does not have any places in the decimal place value. Okay. Okay. For example, as I look at the number on the outside, I can see right away it's not a whole number. Making 300ths, which is what this is, a whole number is just a matter of moving my decimal. How many places do I have to move my decimal to get that whole number I'm looking for, Dasan? If I move it 2 places and put the decimal there, the 3 is now in what place in relation to the decimal? 1's place. And there's my whole number. That's all I need. If I move it 2 places on the outside, what do you suppose I do on the inside? Same thing. 2 places. Once I move it, then I can put it straight up. It's always the same number of places on the outside as it is on the inside. Math is about as fair as it gets. So as we go through, now we're just focusing on this 3. How many times does 3 go into 2? It doesn't. How many times does 3 go into 24? 8 times. 8 times 3 is 24. Our final answer is 8. Once I put the decimal in the right place, it all takes care of itself if we put everything where it's supposed to go. Whoops. 46.2 divided by 4.4. First thing I want to check and make sure I'm dividing by a whole number. Not so much, but all it's going to take is for me to move that decimal how many places to make it a whole number, Mariah? 1, and then another 1 there. Put that decimal point where it belongs. And now the division will take care of itself. 44 now is what we're working with. Into 46 is 1. So make sure I put that 1 right over the 6 in 46. To our left, I drop this 2. Does 44 go into 22 after I drop that 2? What has to go there? A 0. Now, in order to bring it to completion, 44 into 220. Let's try 5. 20. 22. This is just 10.5. Yeah. That's the 0 from up here. 10.5. And there it is. Zero's in the quotient, making sure we put the 0 where we need it. The only thing that changes for today is what? Moving the decimal and establishing where it goes. The division doesn't change. Okay? That has not changed. All right? I'm going to give you one to try. No, we're way past remainders there, Casper. Way past. Okay, 8 and 84 hundredths divided by 3 and 4 tenths. Is this a whole number? One place. How many places then on the inside? One. Does it matter that there's 2 places after? No. I have to do the same as what was done on the outside. Okay? So 34 into 88, 2 times is 68. Okay? I subtract 20, right? That's not supposed, 34 isn't supposed to go into what I get when I subtract. Okay? Then I'm doing it right. If this number is smaller than that one, that's good. That's what I need. Now, after I drop the 4, something has to go above the 4. How many times does 34 go in there? 6 times. And that gives us our 2.6. Liam.
I thought it all had to be a whole number, so I did 340 divided, or 884 divided by 340.
If we had this though, Liam, that's essentially what we had to do. That looks like just like the same problem that we did for Friday, or some of you that redid for today. We had dividing decimals by whole numbers. We can do that because then once I got here, what did I do? I put that straight up. Okay, so
Everything was the same, but everything just had an extra 0, like 600 or 68. This was 680. 204 was 2040.
I think you end up just doing more work for yourself. You know, and personally, I think it's kind of a dangerous game to play once you start playing around with that and the decimals and everything else. My recommendation would be just to do it the way it is, okay? But how you did it could work, absolutely. Try another.